All right, welcome everybody. We are in my backyard, outdoor race 1 finals. Last week we raced the 16 cars head to head. We came out with 8 final cars for this video. We are racing outdoors on this 100-foot track in my backyard. Oop, can't see the rest of it there. There it is. 100-foot drag race, side by side. I'll show you the cars in just a moment, and then we'll get started. And here are our 8 finalists. We have our Lancia Delta versus the Monte Carlo, RX-7 versus the Volkswagen Beetle, Bugatti versus the Mercedes-Benz 500e, Stingray Corvette versus Mercedes-Benz A-Class. Win conditions are the same. You have to win 2 races in a row. We will switch lanes each race, so each car gets a chance at each lane. Group 1, Race 1. Lancia versus Monte Carlo. Here we go. Lancia off to an early start. Looks like he's pulling away as they drop down the hill. And he just takes off, leaving that Monte Carlo in the dust. Should run away with this one, and yes he does. Oh! A little contact there after the finish. Race 2. Switch lanes. Lancia close lane, Monte Carlo in the far lane. Here we go. Lancia out front again. Has 2, 3, 4 cars on him. Drops down, picks up some speed, and leaves them in the dust. Lancia will take this series and move on to the next round. Lancia moves forward, leaving Monte Carlo behind. RX-7 and Volkswagen Beetle next. Volkswagen Beetle in the close lane, RX-7 in the far lane. Blue on blue. Here we go. Close side by side right out of the gate. RX-7 starts to pull on him. Pulling a little faster, and he is gone, baby. RX-7 takes race 1 and flips over at the finish line. RX-7 in the close lane, Volkswagen Beetle in the far lane. Here we go. Let's go racing. Beetle has him by half a car right at the start. RX-7 gets on it and just leaves him in the dust. RX-7 moves on to the next round. There's the next 2 matchup. Next race is the Bugatti versus the Mercedes 500e. Mercedes-Benz in the close lane, Bugatti in the far lane. Race 1 for these 2. And they're off. Side by side, Bugatti has them by half a car. They get ready to drop down the fast part of the track. And whoa, looks like the aerodynamics of that Bugatti are really helping him here. He takes off and wins lane 1, or race 1, and holy cannoli, did he take a spill there. I hope his car is okay to compete in the next race. Race 2, Bugatti in the close lane, Mercedes-Benz in the far lane. Here we go. Side by side. Bugatti's starting to pull on him. And down the fast part of the track, Bugatti just takes off again. Looking fast out there. Bugatti moves on. Next race will be Stingray Corvette versus A-Class Mercedes-Benz. Stingray in the far lane, Mercedes in the close lane. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Stingray has him by a car length. Holding that position. Stingray's pulling a little ahead. 2 or 3 cars there. Oh, looks like the Mercedes wanted to catch up and then just hit something. Not sure what happened there. But he will be stuck on the median and won't even finish. We call it DNF. Switch lanes and run it again. Mercedes in the far lane. Stingray Corvette in the close lane. Here we go. Mercedes-Benz back a car. He's creeping on him. Now he's up a car as they go down the fast part of the track. He's about 2 or 3 cars ahead. And he will hold that position and take the victory. All right, Mercedes-Benz up 1 race. They'll switch lanes and race again. Here we go. Corvette out front by a car length. Seems to be doing good. Still, Mercedes-Benz right in his back tire as they come down the main stretch. Mercedes-Benz is creeping on him. Creeping on a little more. Getting a little squirrely. And I'm not even sure who won there. Let's take a closer look. Mercedes-Benz is right in his back tire, but he's gaining on him. I think that Corvette is topped out as we come into the final stretch here. Last 100 feet, Mercedes-Benz looks like he's ahead by a bumper, and that's how they finish. Mercedes-Benz wins by a bumper and moves on to the next round. All right, Mercedes and Bugatti, Lancia and RX-7. Let's race. These races are getting closer and closer as the cars get faster and faster. Here we go, Lancia in the far lane, RX-7 close to my fingertip. 3, 2, 1, go. Lancia out front by a car, seems to be pulling a little bit as they drop down the track, pulling away further and further. He's looking good. That Lancia is looking fast. Oh, he takes a little bit of a wreck there. Watch that back again in slow motion. Holy cannoli. I hope he has a roll cage and a helmet on and good insurance. Alright, switch lanes. Run it back. RX-7 in the far lane. Lancia in the close lane. Lancia is up by one race. If he wins this race, it is over. Takes off out front by a car. Seems to be like he's gonna leave that RX-7 in the dust. You kind of see the RX-7 there for a second, but I don't think he has a chance. The Lancia Delta moves on to the championship round. Who will he match up against, the Bugatti or the A-Class Mercedes? Let's find out. Bugatti in the far lane, Mercedes in the close lane. Let's go racing. Mercedes-Benz out by a bumper. Bugatti pulls on him a car. 2 cars, 3 cars, 5 cars. And looks like they're going to hold it right there through the finish line. Bugatti wins by about 10 cars or so. Switch lanes and try that again. Bugatti on the close lane. Mercedes in the far lane. See how this one turns up. Mercedes-Benz back by about 3 cars. And that Bugatti is going to walk away with it looks like. And we'll put him into the final round. Lancia Delta versus the Bugatti. And they both look fast. Who will come out on top? I don't know. Let's find out. Alright, Lancia in the far lane. Bugatti in the close lane. 0-0. No one advantage here. Lancia's out front by a car. Bugatti's slowly catching him. About half his car length back. Ooh, and after that downhill fast, the Bugatti just takes off and wins by about a car and a half. Switch lanes, run it again. Bugatti's up 1 race to none. If he wins this run, he wins it all. Here we go. Ooh, looks like he popped backwards off the start there. Not sure if he was in neutral or whatever he was doing. I'm not sure. But the Lancia is out front by about a car length, car and a half. And the Bugatti will not be able to catch him. Lancia takes the victory. Lancia up 1. Switch lanes again. Bugatti in the close lane. Lancia in the far lane. If Lancia wins this one, he will be victorious. Let's see what happens. Lancia out front by a car. Bugatti catching up right by his side. About a car length ahead, going into the main fast part of the track in the final stretch. Lancia looks like he's trying to catch up, but does not catch him in time. What a race. He is right at his rear bumper. It looks like he was creeping on him to about half car there at the finish line. If they would have been about 100 more feet of track, I bet the Lancia would have won that. Alright, Bugatti up 1 race. If he wins this one, he wins it all. See what happens. Here we go. Lancia out front by a car. So the Bugatti is creeping on him. He's creeping on him. Got a half car. Oh, they're side by side. Side by side. Bugatti out front just a little bit. Lancia, oh, Lancia pulls ahead right at the finish line by a foot. That is a close race. They both pop off the track there in utter excitement. Let's switch lanes and run that again. Lancia up one race. If he wins this one, he wins it all. And they're off. Lancia out front by a car. Bugatti catches right up immediately. They drop down the fast part of the track, and Bugatti pulls a car length and a half, 2 cars, and just keeps pulling away. Bugatti will take that one. Seems to be a little bit of back and forth here. Lancia close lane, Bugatti in the far lane. If Bugatti wins it, he wins it all. Can Lancia come back? Bugatti has a bad start. He's a car length back. Half car, they're even going to the main drop. Bugatti's ahead by a car. Looks like Lancia's catching back up again. Will he have it in the end? No, Bugatti wins it by half a car and takes the championship. And I think what you saw here after the cross the finish line was his victory dance, where he just flipped upside down and slid down the track. Show off. And there you have it, the winner of Outdoor Circuit Race 1, 1994 Bugatti. If you picked this car, be sure to check your email. We will be giving away a $10 Amazon gift card to one lucky winner. And that's a wrap. Our first ever outdoor downhill drag race. We'll be completing more tracks outdoors. Always 16 cars, always have qualifying, and you'll always be able to vote for one of the cars in the qualifying for the finals and win cool prizes. As our audience gets larger, we're going to give away bigger and bigger prizes from Hot Wheels cars, Hot Wheels tracks, more cash prizes, and more. This has been fun. I am exhausted. I'm sweating from running back and forth with the cars as they go down the track. We play this video on at half speed, so the cars are actually going twice as fast as they look. And I am sprinting back and forth with the gimbal. It's been fun. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like these videos. Comment if you have any questions. I am here to answer any questions you have. We'll be sure to get my daughter Emery involved in a couple more videos here in the next couple weeks. Thanks, y'all.